Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. Brian Nowda with you. It's grade 3 Royal Delta Day. Fun one as the feature today for the fillies and mares. We'll stretch them out to 2 turns on the main track. But not to overshadow it, the big news is the mandatory Rainbow Six on this 12-race card. Kicks off in race 7, a pool that could be well in excess of $5 million. Let's turn it upstairs to track announcer Pete Aiello for your course and your weather conditions.
The weather is beautiful, sunny skies, temperatures in the low 80s. The main track is fast. The Tapeta track is fast. The turf course is firm. In race 1, we have a field reduced by 1, scratch number 6, K's Storm ready. Racing at Gulfstream. Crypto Man, well served at the break. Breezer is away on his flank and races into second. From between horses, Line Astray is in the pink colors third. Far outside goes Blaze of Color. Saving ground is Tis the Coast, racing together with Moonrise Drive and Guildenstern. The 2 at the back are Chacarero and Summerstorm Strick. And the run around the first turn, it's a loose lead for Jaramillo and Crypto Man, striding clear to lead by 2. Breezer is now second, Line Astray on the outside third, tucked in at the rail, Tis the Coast is there fourth. Out deep on the course is Blaze of Color. Moonrise Drive works between horses for Caramanos, a length and a half in front of a well-held Guildenstern. Still at the back are Chacarero and Summerstorm Strick. The opening quarter was 24-2. Crypto Man doing it well at this stage. He's 2.5 in front with 4.5 furlongs to race. Out in the middle of the racetrack, it's Breezer on his outside is Line Astray. Moving up down toward the inside, that's the rail running Tis the Coast. Moonrise Drive has a gap between them, and Blaze of Color is going to be stuck 5 wide. Then it's Guildenstern racing in front of Summerstorm Strick, and Chacarero is last. Around the far turn they race. They went the half in 48-1. They move now to the top of the stretch. It's Crypto Man clear by 2. Line Astray and Blaze of Color chase second and third, so the favorites are 1, 2, 3, 4 as Guildenstern just ran into fourth. From fifth and at the rail, Tis the Coast, then Summerstorm Strick as they straighten for the drive. Crypto Man off the turn leads by 2. Blaze of Color is second. Guildenstern given the green light by Gonzalez, and he tries to launch a late bid. They come past the 16th pole. From between Blaze of Color, outside Guildenstern, inside Crypto Man. They come for the wire. Guildenstern trying to get up. He does. Guildenstern in time. Guildenstern beats Blaze of Color to win the Saturday opener, 143-1. And they're off. Slow break, East Boston Benny. Quick start for Speed Figures, who heads right off for the early advantage. Splitting horses is Heals the Soul on to challenge. Up on the outside at Speed from Arrogancy. Meanwhile, slow into stride was East Boston Benny, but flat out dwelting at the break was Fast Fixer. He's 15 lengths behind the second to last horse. To the far turn they go at Speed Figures on top by a length and a quarter. Arrogancy is second. East Boston Betty's made it up to third. Heals the Soul is on the outside fourth from Rock and Roll Bolt, who's now fifth. Up to the outside goes Awesome Crusader, and forget about Fast Fixer. He threw it away at the break. They run to the top of the stretch. It's a confidently handled Speed Figures, who turns for home on top. From the outside it's Heals the Soul. From between horses, Arrogancy at the rail, East Boston Benny. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Paco's looking over both shoulders. He has nobody inside. He keeps looking that way though, as Speed Figures is clear. Outside Heals the Soul second. Speed Figures driven out. Speed Figures is in front. Second is Heals the Soul. Third is Rock and Roll Bolt, and fourth was Awesome Crusader in 56 flat.
Jackie's Warrior quickly in front here by 2 lengths. Here comes Jackie's Warrior up the inside to take over the lead from Life is Good. And Jackie's Warrior remains undefeated here at Saratoga, and he wins an unprecedented Grade 1 stakes at the Spa for the 3rd straight season.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. In the center, Miso Spicy and Elite Heat, the first 2 out. Miso Spicy, a half length in front. Down at the inside in timing, cuts it down to a neck, and working between them, Elite Heat. The pace is a robust one in the early stages. Moving up on the outside, Wildly Speedy joins the top flight, racing in front of Obresant. Then comes I Never Lie with American Surfer, wide on the course, dancing on our own in front of Starship Paradise. Maytown's at the back. The trailer is My Anticipation. Around the far turn to the top of the stretch, Miso Spicy leads by half a length. Wildly Speedy is second. Obesant up on the outside, a charging third. From behind the speed, Elite Heat. Then it's a late run from American Surfer. They're off the turn. They're in the stretch drive. It's still Miso Spicy trying to turn back the first timer, Wildly Speedy. Wildly Speedy shoves ahead in front. Back in the inside, it's Miso Spicy trying to fight on. Obesant is next to the wire. Wildly Speedy. Here's a late run, My Anticipation. It's a win photo. Very close in the end. They were swarming in. The win pictures between one of the speeds, Wildly Speedy and a deep closer, My Anticipation. I think Maytown came from Broward County's north side to get third in 55-4. And they're off. Good start for Pitkin in the middle of the racetrack. Layabout sent forward. Up on the outside, here's AP Kid and Gosker both moving up. And then as they race out of the chute, it's a Radical Rhetoric who's down toward the inside. Out of the chute, onto the main track, and AP Kid has the lead from Gosker in second. Radical Rhetoric is from between horses. Alongside him is Pitkin. He's in the red cap. Back to fifth goes Layabout. A gap of 4 more to Handsome Fox in front of Hopes Alive and Capitol Hill. The early trailer is Summit Ridge. And the run to the opening quarter, that opening quarter was carved in 23-3. The leader, AP Kid and John Velasquez by about a half a length. From the outside, that's Gosker poised to strike for Zayas in second. Looking to haggle to the outside is Pitkin. He's now racing between horses. Radical Rhetoric is along the rail. Layabout is 3 wide behind a half and a strong 46 seconds flat. A gap of 3 more. Summit Ridge has made good progress from mid-flight. He's 2 better than Capitol Hill. Hopes Alive is second last, and Handsome Fox now trails. They reach the final 3 furlongs, and Gosker gets serious. He strides forward in a hurry to lead by 2.5. Bravo getting after Pitkin to try to go get him. From the back, Summit Ridge circling horses and angling for a run. 3/4, 1:11-2. They're on their way home. It's Gosker who made first run and has a 3-length head start on Pitkin, who's still well clear of the others. They're an 1/8 of a mile from home, and the 2 favorites set to square off. Gosker, he leads by a length and a half. Pitkin, not done trying, but his back's against the wall. 16th to go. Gosker driven out. Pitkin is fired, but he's second best to Gosker, who's in front. Pitkin was second, a back 6 or 7 to Summit Ridge third. Radical Rhetoric fourth in 1:37-2. And they're off. Good start for Brizero from her outside draw, and she reaches out for the early advantage. Taking on her in the early stages are Fulminate and Fairhope Curly. In between horses, Cajun Fantasy getting crowded toward the inside. David's Rose tries to hold ground. Bodacious Bren gets shuffled back. Heir to the Roar is already shuffled back. She's at the back of the field, passed outside by Fields of Green. They have half a mile to race, and they have a new leader in Fairhope Curly, who has a neck in front. Fulminate is there second. 3 wide, Fields of Green is now third. From between horses, Brizero along the rail, Cajun Fantasy. Alvarado decides to circumnavigate traffic on the gray. Heir to the Roar, she's favored and giving up valuable real estate, but she is gaining good ground. Looking for room between horses is Bodacious Bren as they reach the top of the stretch. Up front, here's the move from Heir to the Roar. Asked to quicken now by Junior Alvarado. She has a challenge from Bodacious Bren on her outside. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Bodacious Bren tries to reach Heir to the Roar. Heir to the Roar just in front. Bodacious Bren runs at her on the outside. Heir to the Roar, Bodacious Bren. Here's the wire photo. Very close on the money. Bodacious Bren tried to get Heir to the Roar. They were clear of the others in 103 and 2. And they're off. Slow starts, Grand Magic and Refined Honor. Quick break from the middle for Go Win One, who heads off for the early lead. Sneaky is up to challenge from second. The favorite's the gray. That's Valiant Winter, who gets away in third. Improving in the red cap, Magic Pathway is up to fourth now, a length in front of Grand Magic. Back from there goes Nishumi, who's off the speed today, racing between horses Refined Honor. Deep on the course, nice try, Riley. The back marker is Coffee at KJ's. In around the far turn at the 5/16, Sneaky tries to sneak away, leads by a length over Go Win One, who's now second. Karamanos getting after Magic Pathway. He's third, but he's losing a bit of ground to the leader. Up on the outside, that's the run from Grand Magic. From between horses, Nishumi, and they're on their way home. It's Sneaky who turns in on top. From the outside, Grand Magic. From between horses, Go Win One, then Magic Pathway. They come past the 16th pole. Sneaky has a lead, and it's a good lead, too. He's a length in front. Late run from Grand Magic to try to get second. Sneaky is in front. Close then for second. Can't call it. It's either Go Win One or Grand Magic in 103 and 3. And they're off. Good start. Guaycapuro gets the first call and looks for the early lead. Here's the favorite Victory Dash to take him on. Trying to get over from the far outside is Flat Top Box. Davis takes him in hand. He'll drop back here. Sir Mendel is going to be 5 wide in the run to the first turn. Noble Tiger floats him out. In between horses, Kosher Capone along the rail, and in tight is Playground Legend. Then between horses, it's Be There. 3 wide for Noble Tiger, and now at the back of the field, the trailer is Frostbitten. And the run around the first turn, they went 23 and 2 for the opening quarter. Guaycapuro putting up the numbers at a big price. He leads by a length over Victory Dash in second. On the far outside, it's Sir Mendel. That fires up Noble Tiger. And at the rail, Kosher Capone is patiently handled by Jorge Ruiz. He's a length in front of The horse in the sub-silks, that's Be There. On his outside, white blinkered flat top box. Toward the back of the field is Frostbitten as they make their way to the half-mile point. They went the half in 47-2, and they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Up on the outside, here's a move from Victory Dash to take on this leader, Guaycapuro. Kosher Capone is next, trying to wind it up while 3 wide is Sir Mendel. Be There needs somebody to follow, trying to float out this flat top box for a run. Underway is Frostbitten. They stack, they pack. Who do you like here? 3/4, 110-4. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Victory Dash comes away with the lead. He's an eighth of a mile from home and responding to urging. Now he's 2 on top. From the outside, Kosher Capone tries to go get him. Playground Legend is at the rail. Kosher Capone tries to reach Victory Dash. Victory Dash or Kosher Capone. Here's the wire. It's Victory Dash. Victory Dash saved by the wire from Kosher Capone second. Playground Legend third in 1:34-1. They're off and running. From the middle, Backwoods Boogie was well served at the break. Here's Warbeat moving at the rail to take the advantage, and Forwardly's not far away. Very wide on the course is Nerves of Steel. He's got to be 8 or 9 deep here. As they run to the first turn, Warbeat doing battle with Forwardly. They're locked up heads apart. Bold Advance is a 3 wide third. Infamous Covert is toward the rail. After a very wide run entering the first turn, Nerves of Steel trying to get over. He's still at least 4 wide in front of Spites per Comete. Backwoods Boogie is settled toward the rail, working 4 ahead of Elusive Knight. On his outside is Swan Lake, who's well off the speed today, and Gentleman Jerry. Last of all, while 3 wide, the opening quarter was aggressive, 23-3. Less than 5 furlongs to race. Forwardly on the outside tries to take the Storch out of Warbeat. They're locked up heads apart. They've opened 3.5 on racing third, Bold Advance. Spites per Comete is next. Infamous Covert's at the rail. Nerves of Steel hasn't seen the inside rail since they crossed over to the Tapeta track. Then it's Gentleman Jerry, and out the back is Swan Lake. They went the half in a demanding 46-4-3 as they round the far turn. Forwardly is cracked. Warbeat now has a clear lead, but he's used hard. Bold Advance is a giant price, and he's had a good trip. He's up into second and trying to gain. It's a gap of another 6 lengths back to Spites per Comete. Toward the inside and Backwoods Boogie, they're on their way home. Bold Advance is making exactly that at Warbeat, who's been softened up. Trying to rally from the back. Elusive Knight is underway with Backwoods Boogie. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Warbeat is on fumes, but he's very game. Bold Advance just took a clear lead. Bold Advance has clear sailing to the wire. The upset is on at 25-1. Bold Advance is in front. Second is Warbeat. Third, Elusive Knight. Fourth, Gentleman Jerry. 140-4. And they're off. Bounced around at the break, both Uno Mas Bourbon and Positive Review. Clean start for the heavy favorite Knightsbridge, who's headed off toward the early lead, with One Sharp Cookie beating him to the punch. Up on the outside, Flying Liam makes it a party. And at the inside, Inveigled is away in fourth. A gap of 4 back to St. Tappet, then Positive Review and Master Game. And after a less than stellar beginning, the trailer is Uno Mas Bourbon. Down the backstretch they continue. One Sharp Cookie has a narrow advantage from the odds-on favorite Knightsbridge, who's right with him in second. The opening quarter was 23-2. On the outside, Flying Liam keeps the top horses honest while racing in third. White blinkers of Inveigled, fourth toward the rail. 2 back to Master Game, a length and a half clear of St. Tappet, who's 3 in front of Positive Review, and Uno Mas Bourbon is last of all. They went the half in 45-4. This is a pretty quick pace here, and Knightsbridge has been hard used, but he is in front. From second, it's One Sharp Cookie. 3 wide, Flying Liam is now third. Running home from the back a touch, red colors of Uno Mas Bourbon. He has an inside lane. Just ahead of him is Master Game. Inveigled, not without hope, angles for a run. They run to the top of the stretch, and Knightsbridge continues to work, but continues to lead. Davis gets off the inside at the opportune time for Uno Mas Bourbon. Also working into the clear is Inveigled, and they're on their way home. Inside, Knightsbridge, he's hard at work. He's trying to put him away. Down the center, Inveigled is launching late in between horses Flying Liam. They come past the 16th pole. Inveigled has hit the front. The upset is on at 14-1. It's Inveigled in front. Knightsbridge with a solid try second. Third was Uno Mas Bourbon. Fourth, Flying Liam. Then One Sharp Cookie in 136 and 4. They're at the post. And they're off. Candy Gray was well served at the break and reaches out for their early advantage. Splitting horses is Dozen Diamonds on to challenge. Down at the inside is Princess Bettina into the top flight. 19th Amendment is fourth. Splitting horses as She Prospers into fifth, a length in front of Violet Gibson. Saving ground toward the inside is Starship Agenda, wide on the course and a bit keen. Eastern Empress in front of a rail-running Gilded Edge. Second last, Tito's Calling, the early trailer Bedazzle 'em. The early leader is Candy Gray. Candy Gray rounds the turn on top, a length and a quarter. Dozen Diamonds is second. Princess Bettina third. 19th Amendment is now fourth from She Prospers in fifth. Starship Agenda, orange colors on hold while racing 4 lengths off the speed. Then Violet Gibson, 3 wide out there. Bedazzle 'em. Saving ground is Gilded Edge. Shuffling back a touch is Eastern Empress on hold while still second last. And the trailer is Tito's Calling. They went the half in 46 and 3, and they make their way half a mile from the wire. Candy Gray has the lead with constant pressure. Dozen Diamonds the one doing the pressuring, 3 wide and 19th Amendment. Princess Bettina fourth at the inside, followed fifth by Long Shot She Prospers. Starship Agenda still on the bridle for Reyes, but no place to go. Stacking up behind them, including Gilded Edge and Violet Gibson, wide on the course. Bedazzle 'em trying to run home from the back. Tito's Calling, and Eastern Empress has major traffic problems through 3/4 in 110 and 1. They straighten for the drive. Outside, Dozen Diamonds. Inside, Candy Gray. Off cover, Starship Agenda. Here she comes now. 1/8 of a mile to go. Starship Agenda fired up for Leonel Reyes to take the lead. From last, Eastern Empress is rolling at the rail, but Starship Agenda has the lead, and Starship Agenda is a 9-1 winner. Eastern Empress was second. Princess Bettina third. 19th Amendment is fourth in 140 flat. They're off. They're racing in the Royal Delta Stakes. Bobbling at the break was Neon Icon. The favorite Grand Job was away excellent and looks to clear some inside traffic. Grand Job to the top. Sent hard from her inside is Intrepid Daydream, and these two hook up. They've opened 5 in a hurry on Dazzling Move, who comes away in third. Outside Autumn Evening is now fourth. Saving ground is American Retro. Miss New York is next. She's working between horses better than 8 lengths off the speed. 2 in front of Riding Pretty. Then Liban, who's 3 in front of Foreseen. And way back after a bad break is Neon Icon. 22-4 for a pumped-up opening quarter. Grand Job has the lead by 2. Intrepid Daydream still kept after by jockey Edwin Gonzalez, going quickly while racing in second. Dazzling Move is on the outside third, a gap of 3 to American Retro, who slides through at the inside. In between horses, Miss New York. Out a bit deep on the course goes Autumn Evening, a length in front of Riding Pretty. 2 back to Liban, then Foreseen, and distanced at the back is Neon Icon. They went to half in 46-1. They leave the backstretch and move to the first finish line in the Royal Delta Stakes of 2025. Grand Job has been hard at work throughout. Dazzling Move now creeps closer under Dylan Davis in second, working 4 ahead of Autumn Evening, who's now third. At the inside, that's a dropping back Miss New York. On the outside, it's Riding Pretty, but the matchup is up front. The top 2 have a big margin on the others. The leader, Grand Job, but only narrowly. Dazzling Move with every opportunity to get by. They enter the short stretch of the first finish line course, and Grand Job and Junior Alvarado have something in reserve. They're still in front. To attack mode one more time is Dazzling Move, and a late run from Autumn Evening. Final 16th to go. Grand Job is on the ropes. Here comes Dazzling Move with the right bid on the outside. Dazzling Move wears her down. Dazzling Move beat Grand Job, who just ran out of energy at the final 16th. Third was Autumn Evening, then Miss New York for the Super, 145 flat. And runners away. Good start for Bay of Bengal from the inside, also away in good shape. Governing Party looks for a home early. Back in the saddle's the gray between horses. In tight between is Borrowed Time. He just slammed on the brakes. Papa Golf joins the top flight runners, and Jack's Promise is next. War Warrior very wide on the course. Shogun is between horses. The early trailer is Culpa. Things getting crowded as they chase the speed of Bay of Bengal around the first turn. Bay of Bengal by a length and a quarter. Papa Golf is there second. At the rail, that's Warrior Wayne. He's now racing in third. On the outside, Jack's Promise. Widest of all is War Warrior. A handful for Joel Rosario. Governing Parties in the blue colors down at the inside. The gray is back in the saddle. 3 wide and Shogun. Far outside, it's been a rough time for Borrowed Time. He's fighting the rating while 4 deep. And the trailer is Culpa. They make their way by a half in 48 seconds flat after completing the opening quarter in 23-1. It's Bay of Bengal, who's still there by a length. Papa Golf is there second. From the rail, it's Warrior Wayne, coaxed along by Karamanos to keep his spot. Out wide on the course in Jack's Promise, not as wide as War Warrior. Back in the saddle is next. Rosario plots his course of action on Governing Party. He's got some run, but he's got no place to go. They reach the top of the stretch through 3 quarters in 1:11-4, and it's still Jaramillo and Bay of Bengal who have the lead. Papa Golf next. War Warrior. Governing Party tries to find a seam between horses. Off the turn and the stretch drive. Governing Party looking for a rail run here. He's got run at the rail. Governing Party charging hard. Papa Golf is the leader. Governing Party runs at him from the inside. Governing Party gains the upper hand, and Governing Party will win it under Joel Rosario with a very nice ride. Papa Golf was second. Back in the saddle third. Closer fourth, either Borrowed Time or War Warrior in 141-3.
And that's a wrap on the 12-race Saturday card. We'll close out the weekend on Sunday. We've got a 10-pack for you. The Rainbow Six starts anew in race number 5. We hope to see you out here at beautiful Gulfstream Park.